Hello, everyone, and welcome to another webcast of Alexandra Mayer's Live. I wanted to do a quick webcast today because I just saw something on Twitter that I feel it's very important to address. And Ruby of the Adult Performers Actors Guild, I'm going to do something nice for you today. For many years, I have made it known that I do not agree with adult or pornographic content being linked to children's themes. When I first realized it was happening actually was when I featured in a parody of the Cosby Show many years ago. When I signed up to go on that project, I was not aware that one of the characters who was portrayed as a minor was going to have a scene. I've had a problem with it to this day, and the director has been very upset with me for having a problem with it to this day. That being said, over the years, there have been quite a few adult movies that have been linked to the depiction of minors or children's themes. One of the Brady Bunch parodies, from my perspective, did that. South Park, that was a parody, and that was questionable in my opinion. I know that they did a adult parody of Pokemon at one point. I'd say that that's a children's theme, but now I feel like the line has been crossed. A porn director known as Leeroy Myers of Woodrocket Studios, which I believe is based in Las Vegas, has just released this week, from what I can see, an adult parody of the Nickelodeon cartoon, which is without a doubt geared toward children, Rugrats. It has been called or labeled Tugrats. And initially, when I saw this, I was checking out Porn News Today, and let's see, here's where I saw a little bit of conversation from Leeroy Myers. And let me show you the actual, here it is. Woodrocket releases Tugrats, a Rugrats XXX parody. All right. So then that led me to Ruby. And here's what she says. So this director is under the impression that it's cool to parody children's shows. And then Leeroy responds, and I felt like his response really had nothing to do with her concern. She says, or I'm sorry, he says, they should really stay away from launching unions that are only there to exploit porn performers and not actually help them for the sake of retired porn performers. So Ruby responds, so he's apparently upset that I, as a mother, would be upset that he's parodying children's shows, and he thinks I run the whole union? Laugh out loud. Okay. And then he responds, this may be the dumbest argument yet. And then she responds, so as a mother, I shouldn't be upset? And she's right, she should be upset from my perspective. Then she continues and says, none of my movies parody children's shows. People like you make it hard to defend this industry. And then she continues, he's still under the impression that little old me runs the whole union, and I can't think of why I, as a parent, would not want him to make a porn out of shows my kids watch. This industry is so out of touch. And meanwhile, Leeroy Myers is saying, this lady is a moron. I'm just going to block her now. P.S. Her porn union is most likely a scam. And then Ruby responds, I muted the pedophile director. Lord knows there's more than just one of those in this industry. He doesn't get it. He doesn't get that it's your union. If you all don't like me, you can vote me out. This is an example of how they try to keep you dumb. So let me see if she says anything else in regards to this. That company almost, and she's referring to Woodrocket Studios, that company almost exclusively parodies children's shows meant for children under 8 years old. I am going to defend this industry if I am going to defend this industry, it has to be defensible. It's interesting that she said that. Very interesting. All right, let's go back to me now, because that's really all I need to say about Ruby. But if you are interested in that performers union, make sure you follow her on Twitter at JRax. That's at JRAXX. Again, she is not my friend. I have some issues with her myself, but she obviously has good intention, and that's what's important in life. Now, the one thing I do want to note, she did say, okay, that particular studio, which, if I remember correctly, is based in Las Vegas, specifically makes content based on children's media, children that are under the age of 8 years old, okay? This all goes back to really what put me on the radar of the adult industry attorney whose law firm sued me. Back in 2012, I uncovered that the Libertarian Party of Nevada, their treasurer, was an internationally known convicted pedophile known as August Kurt Bracco, aka Kurt Treptow. Now, how this ties into the adult industry was that the head of the law firm who ultimately sued me attended a Libertarian Party of Nevada luncheon that was hosted by the treasurer of that Libertarian Party of Nevada, the internationally known convicted pedophile known as August Kurt Bracco, aka Kurt Treptow. And this particular attorney who heads that law firm that sued me was a panel speaker at that luncheon, and I called him out for it. He got upset about that, but he could never get me to retract the fact that he did speak on that panel of that luncheon, which was hosted by an internationally known, widely reported, and convicted pedophile. So that's sad that that's the only way certain porn studios can generate dollars nowadays, is by creating adult content that a pedophile could easily utilize to sexualize a child who may be their target. Because that's how I see it. Maybe other people see it differently, but I did want to make a quick webcast about that. So